Hola amigos, welcome back to Mr. Brigs Reactions. It's been a little while, I admit it. I've been really busy working in my other channels. As you may be aware, I got a Learn Spanish channel called Learn Spanish World. You can check it out if you want. So I've been working on that channel a lot, but I love reacting, and I'm coming back because tomorrow I'm going to watch the Elvis Presley movie. And before I watched the movie, I wanted to do a reaction to the trailer because Elvis Presley has always been one of my favorite singers. I remember being a little boy, I used to dress up a bit like him and I used to pretend I'd be Elvis. Time has gone by, so many years, and finally, after many, many decades, they decide to make a huge movie about the king of rock and roll, Elvis Presley. So I wanted to do this reaction, and I wanted you to accompany me. Please, if this is your first time watching one of my videos, click the red button and subscribe. Now, thank you very much, and let's watch the video.
From Baz Luhrmann, the director who reimagined Shakespeare.
He did Romeo and Juliet as well.
And redefined a classic, comes a bold new vision of
a great director.
But this ain't no nostalgia show.
Oh wow, he talks just like Elvis.
Comic book heroes all find their superpowers. Elvis found music.
That's right, Elvis was inspired by Black American music when he was a boy. Oh, those metals.
Some people wanted to put me in jail. So Wells, move it.
Don't so much as wiggle a finger.
I'm gonna show you what the real Elvis is like tonight.
In that moment,
Wow.
Elvis, the man, was sacrificed. And Elvis, the
That's
God,
right, Elvis was actually an icon, and he paved the way for many other
Make
artists.
sure my mama and daddy never have to live in poverty.
Oh, he was always a very good son. He was such a good son. He is well known, and a good father too.
Yeah.
Colonel, you put
It's a
an end to
beautiful
your
song.
boy's animal behavior, or we will.
There's a lot of people saying a lot of things.
Almost sounds like an opera singer.
You bled me dry and you still want more?
I am a promoter. That is what I do.
The way you sing is God-given, so there can't be nothing wrong with it.
Wow.
Are you ready to fly?
I'm ready to fly.
Elvis, rated PG-13, Friday.
Wow, electrifying. Wow, what a trailer. And it's so interesting because you can see Elvis throughout his life since the 1950s through the 60s and the 70s. So I'm wondering how the movie is able to condense so much musical history. Elvis Presley was pretty much the first global superstar who reached every corner of the planet. I read somewhere that it's been estimated that he sold more than 2.5 billion records. Now stop and think for a moment. That is huge. Now the problem is that back in the 50s, the record companies didn't keep track of certification of all the sales, but an educated guess is that he sold 2.5 billion records. And I remember my grandfather back in South America in the late 70s and 80s had a few records of Elvis. I'm really looking forward to this movie because Elvis truly paved the way for many other artists. He was the first one to do, for example, a satellite live concert around the world. He was a bit of a dandy, the way he experimented with fashion, with music. He was a pioneer in his field. And mind you that back then they didn't have computers like we do today. So there was no audio tunes, there was no voice processors. You actually had to have talent. And Elvis pretty much had the entire package in the sense that he was talented. He had an incredible charisma. Everybody says that whenever Elvis entered a room, everybody could couldn't help noticing him there because of his charismatic presence and his vocals, just amazing. Unchained Melody, one of the last songs that he ever sang while he was still alive. The poor guy was in a very fragile physical state at the time, but his voice was impeccable. Amazing, amazing. Anyway, before we finish this reaction, I wanted to react to one more trailer. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Suspicious Minds.
There are some who'd make me out to be the villain.
The villain.
Of this here story.
Let's don't let
Mm-hmm.
the thing die.
Oh, I love the music. Captain Marvel is very the superhero.
Or does it just come knocking at your door?
He's a young singer from Memphis, Tennessee. Give him a warm hayride welcome.
The way he walks, moves, it's pretty much Elvis.
Elvis Presley.
Get a haircut, buttercup.
Typical.
In that moment, I watched that skinny boy transform into a superhero.
Wow. He comes the manager, he's observing the reaction of the crowds.
He was my destiny. I wish to promote you, Mr. Presley.
Dun, dun. And into jail.
Are you ready to fly?
I'm ready. Ready to fly.
Tomorrow, all of America will be talking
1968 special.
I can't move, I can't sing. Some people wanted to put me in jail. The way I was moving.
That's right, that was one of the issues he found at the start of his career.
The way he sings is God-given, so there
His
can't be
mother.
nothing wrong with it.
Martin Luther King has been shot to death in Memphis.
Some historical events.
But it has nothing to do with us.
It has everything to do with us.
Oh, I love that song. Wow.
Reverend once told me, when things are too dangerous to say, sing.
Sing.
I'm on before the shoe, and nobody's gonna remember me.
Oh.
I need to get back to who I really am.
Wow.
And who are you, Elvis?
Oh.
I just
Whole story, eh?
This thing while I
From
can.
the very beginning. Oh, that's
It's all
sad.
be over in a flash.
We are the same, you and I. We are two odd, lonely
It's very
children
persuasive, huh?
reaching for eternity.
Wow. Mr. Elvis Pelvis.
The greatest show on earth.
Whew. Wow. And the classic phrase at the end of the concert, Elvis has left the building. I remember when they were filming this movie because they finished filming last year. And I happened to be in the Gold Coast, which is one of the most important cities in the state of Queensland. And the crew was in town filming. I wasn't able to see, but everybody was talking about this movie that was filmed during some of the lockdowns that took place here in Australia. And the reason why they filmed it in Australia is because the number of cases was very low at the time, which made things way easier. What can I say? Wow, the first trailer is amazing. It really encompasses the journey, the musical journey that the name Elvis Presley brings to mind. The guy is a classic. It's one of the most iconic figures of music, regardless of where you come from and so on. And there are so many interesting scenes in the trailer. I know a little bit about Elvis' life because I'm a big fan. I'm not just doing this video because it's a pretty trendy topic at the moment. No, it's not that. I'm a genuine fan of Elvis. And he worked so hard. His manager pushed him and helped him also, because he also helping catapult him to his international stardom. But there's so many things. For example, the fact that Elvis never toured around the world, and I believe it's because the manager was actually an illegal immigrant. He was from the Netherlands, I believe, and he was illegal. So if he left on tour with Elvis, he wouldn't have been allowed to enter the United States again. So many things shown in the movie, in the trailer. Like they also show his mother. Elvis was an excellent son, always cared for his parents, was always a pillar in that family and supported his parents. He had a very close-knit family. He had a lot of qualities. He was also a very spiritual man who had regardless of his flaws and imperfections, he, in his own way, he had respect for a superior being. He also promoted Black American music. He paved the way. He had many backup voices that were part of his team during a time when the United States was polarized and was a lot of divisions. It'll be very interesting to watch this film. I'm wondering how they're going to be able to put Elvis' career within 2 hours and 30 minutes, which some people may think it's a long time, but Elvis did so much while he was still alive. He accomplished so many goals and records, made movies. He went through different phases. And the actor, my goodness, the way he walks, the way he talks, he did a remarkable job. So I'm looking forward to watching this movie. Around this time tomorrow, I will have already watched the movie. So I wonder, I may actually record another reaction, and I'll share with you what my impressions, what my impression was, and how did I feel about the film after so much that has been said. And so I will be able to share with you my opinion. So if you want to watch it, subscribe, click the red button, and I hope to see you soon. Okay, my dear friends, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. This is Mr. Briggs. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye.